Well, hello again. We're back waiting for the press conference to start. I told you I would come back and I will do the roll call. Some of you are still hanging with me. How you doing, Dawn? Um, I'm trying to, like the rest of you, keep my head up. It's just, when you hear all of these stories over and over again, it's just like, you know, just affects you. It affects your psyche. So they're still setting up. They'll be ready, set to start at 5 o'clock. So they should be starting any moment now. All right. All right. Hit that like button for me, please, folks, as you enter the chat room. How you doing, Mayor and Stacy and Dawn and Jeremiah and Florida? Estevan? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back, love. Maga's back. So it's 5 o'clock now, so they should be starting any moment now. Okay. And I guess we'll just sit here and try to talk about this situation like we've done others. Again, it's just disheartening. Yes, Baldwin, how you doing, love? How you doing, Tina? You made it back, dear. Estevan, yeah, God bless you too. Estevan, we're glad you're back, dear. Thank you, Jeremiah. Okay, Moaga, while we're waiting, I'll pull that up so we can go over
Good
there.
evening. I'm here to set the ground rules for this press conference. I'm Lieutenant Kim Vetter from the Michigan State Police. Grand Blanc Township Chief Rennie will be out here shortly to give a statement. He will be taking no questions. There will be an update at 8 p.m. If you would like to have names and spellings after the comments, I will step back up and answer those questions for you, and only those questions. Thank you.
Thank you. I bring all these folks up here on stage today because we couldn't do this as a community without everyone who's standing up here today. You got with me on stage U.S. Attorney Jerome Gorgon, Acting Special Agent in charge of the FBI Ruben Gleeman, Special Agent in charge of the ATF James Deere, Grand Blanc Township Supervisor Scott Bennett, Grand Blanc Township Fire Chief Gent, Genesee County Sheriff's Department Sheriff Chris Swanson, and MSP Michigan State Police Captain Greg Marenko. I'm going to provide an update from the incident that we spoke about earlier today that occurred at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints at 10:25 a.m. I want to talk about our officer's response. That call came out at 10:25 a.m. and 32 seconds. We had officers on scene at 10:25 and 57 seconds.
Wow.
The suspect, again, we're in the preliminary stages right now, was neutralized at 10:33:44 in the parking lot of that church. That suspect is a 40-year-old male from the city of Burton, who we identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford. That's Thomas Jacob Sanford, Sanford. Currently where we're at, an update, I gave you 10 victims who were victims of gunshot Since then, we have 2 victims who are now deceased. One had died at a local hospital.
Mm.
And again, that suspect is deceased as well. 7 other victims at this time are in stable condition. 1 is in critical condition. Now, for the reunification, I had a question earlier about, hey, where can people call to see if their loved one is okay at the reunification center? I want to provide a number for you for that. It's 248-705-7352. Also, I know that our community is hurting right now, and we want to provide some resources for our community moving forward. At the Genesis Athletic Club in Grand Blanc for Monday and Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., we will have services for the community. From Wednesday to Friday, those services will be available to our community at the Grand Blanc Senior Center. That's all I have for now. I will give you another update, another press conference at 8 p.m. Thank you.
Does anybody need any of those names spelled? Sanford, Sanford.
Okay. So that's all we have for now. Yeah, Sharon, I was live earlier, and I'm going to go on over to JLR because he has a police scanner. And how you doing, love? And he tells us the latest. When you have that scanner, you get a lot of info. Beverly, how you doing? You are back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, and they said they were not going to answer any questions, and that's kind of understandable. There's just so much that they don't know, and there's so much that they will have to do as it relates to. Let's go on over to JLR because again, he has a police scanner, just like the guy I was watching earlier, and they get a lot of information that they actually share with you. So, like I said, Nemo, I don't know if Nemo's here. Nemo told me he's going to tell me which one I need to get. So let's see what JLR is because he's on top of it too.
But they didn't give any indication of that. So they're probably have to go through all the bodies. A massive crime scene. We'll take you back here a minute.
And we said that, you know, we could see, I guess that right here, he has a picture of the shooter. And they're thinking he had PTSD. How you doing, Laurie? So, hold on. Let me send Laurie some kitty cats. And then, Tube Steak, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Yes, Tina, we do have a mental problem. So this crime scene will be ongoing for days.
Years back. So it seems like he's been with his significant other, his wife.
And around 4 p.m. this afternoon, the Michigan State Bomb Squad brought in a heavy piece of equipment on a trailer, and they loaded it in and they took it off and drove it a little ways up. We can't get a shot of it now, and it's unclear if they've had to use it yet. It's still not back on the trailer, and so that is happening right here on Atherton Road in Burton, and we will be bringing you updates as
yes, my girl. He gets all the latest info with that police scanner.
All right, thank you, Meredith. And TV5's Maggie Kostrava now joins us from the scene.
I can get the guy I had earlier as well, my girl.
Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township. Maggie.
Thank you, Meg. There's a quiet unease unfolding this evening in Grand Blanc. What started off as just a normal day quickly turned into something the community never expected. Reports of a fire and gunfire sending neighbors into just fear and confusion. I'm going to step out of the frame here just for a moment so you can get the updated sights and sounds of what we're working with. The impact already visible, and there's just a smell of smoke still just hanging in the air and the silence feels heavy. We spoke with a nearby resident who shared her initial reaction to the news. Here's what she had to say. No sound for now, but we'll keep you updated on the thoughts and reactions of the residents here in Grand Blanc. So I'm going to step back into frame. So the question remains for this community. They're looking for updates for answers, and just a sense of safety to return. There's no new details emerging, but stay with TV5 as we look to learn more. So reporting live in Grand Blanc, Maggie Straba, TV5 News.
All right, thank you, Maggie, and Meredith as well. And once again, let's recap what we learned at this evening's press conference. That call came in at 10:25 at the church. Officers were on scene within seconds, and they said the suspect was taken down in the parking lot at 10:33, just about 8 minutes after that shooting was called in. They have identified the suspect as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford of Burton, and there are 10 victims total, they're saying, who were shot. 2 have now died. 7 are considered stable. 1 is in critical condition. And for those of you who may have a loved one who went to this church, they have provided a number for reunification. That number is 248-705-7352. They are asking that only direct family members call that number. Once again, 248-705-7352. There will be services available for those in need this week who are grieving. First through Monday and Tuesday at the Genesis.
And also, there's some type of shooting at some casino in Texas. What is this? How you doing, Vicky? Guacamole Kid. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're dropping through. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. I'm trying to. This is so much going on. I cannot keep up. Let me see.
About the suspect here, there's some reports he might have left a note, but I want to confirm that. There's some talk that possibly the suspect had left a note. Sometimes these people leave notes, but we'll find out more about that. Maybe one of these media outlets will question, them on this situation. There's like robots at the scene, robots.
And we talked about that earlier. We did have a live stream a little earlier for some that were not aware of that. So they don't know if there are more bombs. Hold on.
Were shot today.
Shot at. Luckily, yeah, the windshield. This is just shrapnel from the windshield that was as he shot at our car as we were trying to drive away.
And that's your car, the purple one?
Yeah, the maroon Flex. Yeah.
I got a picture of it or a little video of it. Tell me what was going through your head as you were, as that was transpiring?
Honestly, get my wife away and then find my son.
So your son wasn't with you. Do you know where he was?
Sorry, that makes me want to. He was in another vehicle. We were on the phone with him. He was ducked down in another vehicle trying to just lay low.
And you ended up getting in contact with him, and
yeah, we were actually on the phone with him when she started shooting at our vehicle, and that's what we saw.
Just so you know, that's it. The audio is as loud as it can go.
Your windshield kind of exploding, or the bullet
so church had started at 10 o'clock. We had our opening congregational hymn. We were getting ready to take the sacrament, and we heard a loud bang. And then we saw that the front wall, so the front part of the chapel, the wall was cracked. And so we at first figured somebody accidentally had done something. So we started rushing out to go help. And then as soon as I saw the American flags on the truck, and that it was on purpose, and somebody yelled that it was on purpose, I started trying to get people out of the area and away, to disperse away.
And I guess how soon, like, from you getting injured, did you realize that you were getting shot at? Like, did all that happen first and then you got shot at?
No. So yeah, all of that happened first,
Okay.
and then I was kind of trying to gather people, trying to find my wife. I ended up finding my wife, and then we went to our vehicle. We called our son, found out he was in another car. I was trying to go to get to that car so that I could get him in the vehicle. There were some elderly ladies and some sisters in our ward that are in our congregation that we got brought into our vehicle so that they can't run very fast, and so we just wanted to make sure that they were safe. As soon as I saw the door open with the shooter and with his rifle, that's when I tried to drive away, and that's when he shot at us. And so there was multiple shots, probably a few dozen before that even happened. I didn't see anybody else get shot. I'm aware, from what I know, there are people that were shot, and some that, at least one that I know of that was killed.
And kind of in the aftermath, and in this point you're at right now, what's going through your head right now?
Just confusion. It's you want to make sense of these things, you never will. It's it's a mental illness, I'm assuming. It really can't be anything else. So there's really not a way for us to, over the next few days, people are going to say, oh, it's because of this and because of that and because of this. So the reality is, it's just, I'm sure it was just some individual who was sick in the head. None of us recognized this guy. He came in with camel pants and an assault rifle, and
And
confusion and just sad.
And
relief that my family's okay, but sad for those that might not be.
I mean, and you did see a lot of people, or we saw a lot of people exiting. So a lot of you guys did, were able to make it out. What do you say to the group effort to get everyone out safely?
I'd say the police came very quickly, faster than I would have expected, which is great. So I'm very grateful for their presence, their ability to come and help. I think, I'm sure in the future we're going to start figuring out protocol for in churches, what to do with this kind of thing. And even though we really shouldn't have to, that should not be something that you have to be afraid of when you go to worship.
Yeah, and I guess that's my last question that I can think of right now is, like you said, churches around, this has happened around the country several times, churches, in a group, it has happened to churches, but schools, businesses. There was one stabbing in Walmart in Traverse City. What do you kind of say to all of that?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I have to kind of wrap my head around this a little bit.
Yeah, very unique perspective there from a victim who heard the gunfire and drove away. His vehicle was shot as the gunman turned and took aim at him, was able to get away and make sure that he and his family.
So, okay. Yeah, I think Sherry Yelverton was talking about the sound. Guacamole, I have my computer as loud, as it will go. It's just that audio, it was not great. Okay. Wow. So this is, again, I'm rethinking, maybe online church is not so bad. I'll sit here and watch Charles Stanley because this is crazy. Right, Spy v Spy? That audio was not great. And I had it up as loud as I could get it, but let me see. Yeah. And those of you who haven't been keeping up with this story, it's going to take them days. As you can see, that was a large facility. I mean, and it's just destroyed. And they don't know how many people are in the building, how many people were not able to escape because of the fire. Good afternoon, Greg. How you doing, love? Yes, Mayor, I have some of Charles Stanley's books, and I have some of his CDs and not video cassettes, CD sets. Yeah, I love Charles Stanley. I started watching him in college. Thank you, Estevan. Yeah, they had awful audio that that news crew had awful audio. All right. Thank you, Spy v Spy. All right, let's see what there's.
Nothing really additional to report on him that we can find offhand. We are praying for all the victims, praying for the victims' families, worshipers.
And the sad part is, yes, we are doing that. Some of the Black content creators here on YouTube, every time something like this happens, I don't know if some of you are aware of this, they will make videos saying, see, you're always talking about Black on Black crime. You need to take care of crime in your community. Look at all these mass shootings. So when I hear that, again, folks, where is our humanity? You know, so I hope we don't see people out. We know what we've seen lately, people out celebrating death. We saw what happened with the young girls that died in the flooding in Texas, but because they were white, you know, people, oh, I don't care and all, you know, so I just hope we don't see that. The pattern that we've been seeing, I hope we don't see that with this case as well. But I have seen some content creators, every time there's a mass shooting, they go on and they talk about, see, you're always talking about Black people in crime. You need to take care of crime in your community. And, you know, when crime, when something happens, you know, like when the young lady was stabbed in Charlotte and, you know, Trump said something about it. And they're like, of course, these are some of the content creators that keep saying Trump is racist. We know he's not. And they'll say, you know, he calls them monsters and animals. He doesn't say anything about the mass shooters. So, you know, folks, it's time out for that. Nobody's saying how many left in share. They don't know because they still have hot spots and they don't know how. Like I said, it's probably going to take days. And that was a large facility. I mean, it just engulfed in flames. Yes, ask Devon. Right, Dorian. And so again, it's just so sad how America has fallen. People don't have empathy or sympathy. And then when a tragedy happens, instead of us praying, we're talking about, you know, racism and people laughing, dancing on social media. That's unacceptable, folks. That's unacceptable on either side. Jeremiah Norris, thank you for the super chat. I'm sending you some hearts in the comment section. Let me read what Jeremiah said. Thank you, love, for your support. I just can't do online anything. Church, I can't because I can't get any socializing from online church. I can't do online school. I'm just bad at procrastinating. That's all right, Jeremiah. You're doing all right online here with the Rolyn's Reviews YouTube channel, so you're fine. My girls, unfortunately, their humanity is in the toilet and they don't realize it. They will not see the plank in their own eye trying to remove the one in someone else's. Boom. My girls, you know what I'm telling you. Have you seen that? Some of the Black content creators, when something like this happens, anyone that has seen this as well, type it in the comment section. Anytime there's a tragedy, they jump on it real quick and say, see, Trump, you're sending troops to Chicago. You're sending troops to Washington, D.C. You need to take care of your own community. So those are some of the, if you have heard that or seen that on some videos, let me know, folks. I've seen that. And every time there's a tragedy involving white people, you know, they're dancing and happy and laughing over death and tragedy. Woo. All I can say is I don't want to be anywhere near those people. When their karma comes, nope, I don't want to be around them. Tina, America needs Jesus and the insane asylums need to open back. Yes, please open them back up.
Right now.
So you're looking at a picture of this guy, obviously.
I don't know if that was taken in Michigan. I don't know if that was taken in the Carolinas. Does anything with this case seem off to any of you? The Karzar says the Trump sign on Google is attached to a stop sign. They are not registered Republicans. attached to a stop sign. The cars are. Fills us in with more insight about the sign. Let me see if I can yeah, it's above a stop sign. It's above a stop sign. But you know, these mass shooters come from the right, come from the left. Some of them are, you know, not political, doesn't discriminate. Things happen anywhere. As we heard last night, at a small fishing community, a little town along the coast of North Carolina, to a church, rural, urban, schools, suburbs, country.
Yes, Greg, that's the guy. Thomas Sanford. Yeah, that's him. So, what? Yep, that's the guy. Yeah, what he's talking about. I told you I was going to share that with you. The guy that most of you know, I live here in North Carolina, and we had our own mass shooting last night. So, ugh.
Baby's mother, possibly for child support payments, and ended up shooting innocent people at a church in. His name was Guy. His name was Guy. Remember that guy? That happened a few months back. Remember that guy? A few months back. Dylan Ruth. People mentioned the Dylan Ruth case, right? Dylan Ruth. Dylan Ruth. He's still on death row. Crazy. All right. So with that being said, we're going to sign off. I don't think I know any additional information, but thank you for stopping.
Yeah. So, and I told you I was going to share. How you doing, MC? Maga said they're drinking Flint. Woo, they need to stop, Maga. And I told you I would show you, give you an update on what happened here in North Carolina. So there's just so much. It's time to really, very meticulous. You're fine, Estevan. You are fine, love. I wanted to share with you an update about what happened here in North Carolina. So, I mean, folks, what do? You go somewhere and oh, I'll show you. I'll pull that up. Yes, Dawn. Yes. I'll share an article and a video, and then we can get out of here. Because when if you were here earlier, I told you that I would, because some of you were asking about it. So again, I don't like to go anywhere. Oof. Yes, Sharon. Allegedly, he was an Iraq war veteran. All right, let me show you this. This happened on the coast of North Carolina. So there's someone else. He was a Marine, I think, who's unhinged. So it's just like, what do you do? I hate when you click on these websites. That's why I just click up at the very top. Every time you click on these websites, all this stuff pops up and slows down the computer. And so all right, I'll just read this. And this was our mass shooting. This was Southport, North Carolina. So this happened last night. A gunman on a boat. I mentioned it to you earlier. Right, Spy v Spy. That's what it appears to be. Gunman on the boat opened fire on a crowd at the American Fish Company, a waterfront bar at the Southport Yacht Basin. So people are just out, having drinks, eating, and this guy pulls up on a boat and just starts blasting them. 3 people were killed and at least 8 were injured. His name is Nigel Max Edge, and that's not his original name. He changed his name. He's been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Edge, here we go, another Iraq combat veteran, allegedly used a short-barreled AR rifle during the attack. Investigation authorities say the attack was highly premeditated. So I don't know if there was an ex-girlfriend or someone who did him wrong, who was over in that area at that bar. Tijuana, I pay rent for a nice house. I can stay home and enjoy being safe. Tijuana, that's what I'm saying. It's too freaking dangerous now to go anywhere. God. So, yeah, let me see. I'll show you a picture of this guy. And this isn't his original name. He changed his name. Let me see if I can show you. This is the guy right here. Can everyone see this guy? There you go. All right. So again, I forgot what so Nigel Edge, I forgot what his original name is, but Tina, they do. So there's that. And then I have a video for you. Greg, you better be. I wish I could. They won't let us take anything on the school grounds. So that's the only reason, I'm not able to. They won't, it's not allowed, but woo. I'll share the video with you. Okay. Gunman charged after targeted deadly attack, and they still haven't released who he was targeting or why he was targeting that person or persons. Jagalo probably getting back at his ex-girlfriend. Sometimes that's the case, Jagalo. How you doing? All right. Here we go.
On Saturday, December 27th, 2025 at approximately 9:30, members of the Southport Police Department were dispatched to cause of shots fired with multiple injuries at the American Fish Company at 150 Yacht Basin Drive here in Southport. Reports came in rapidly of a boat sitting in the waterway. Reports of a subject shooting multiple patrons of the establishment. Unfortunately, 3 were wounded fatally. We have 5 injured that are at area hospitals still receiving care. The boat fled the ICW toward the Oak Island Bridge. Shortly after 10 p.m., the Coast Guard observed a single individual matching the description of the shooter, loading their boat at a public boat ramp in the area of Northeast 55th Street on Oak Island. Coast Guard crews detained the suspect, who was held at the Oak Island Police Department before being turned over to several members there, including the Southport Police Department, Brunswick County Sheriff's Office, Marine Fisheries, and the Oak Island Police Department. Also the SBI that were assisting us in these various locations. Suspect is a Nile Max Edge. He's been arrested and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder, and 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury. There are additional charges pending. This is still a very active investigation, but there's a couple of things that I want to point out to you today before I turn it over to some of these individuals behind me. Some facts that we have at this time is that we believe that this was a targeted location. We appear that he acted in what we call a lone wolf. He acted alone. This is highly premeditated from what we're seeing at this time. And we feel there are no other threats to our community, that we do have someone in custody. So that's what's important, that I want the community to know, that we do have someone in custody and we feel like we have no other threats this time. Still a very active investigation. I want to point that out. We're asking that anyone who was at the establishment last night, those who may have been at the establishment on Friday night, to call our office, the Southport Police Department, at 910-457-7911. Again, when we arrived last night, it was a very chaotic scene. We had people that had fled the scene before officers were arriving. We did have some injured that walked into our local hospital here on Howe Street. So we are still trying to get these folks in. We need to talk to them. Anyone who may have video of the incident, we're asking you to reach out to our police department. Again, call us at 910-457-7911. We understand this suspect identifies as a combat veteran. He self-identifies injured in the line of duty is what he's saying. He suffers from PTSD. We want to point those facts out. But again, the bottom line is that I want to assure our community that we feel like we do have our suspect in custody. And again, we're asking for your assistance. So those are two of the things I want to make sure and reiterate before I turn the microphone over to Sheriff Chisholm, to please call our office if you have any videos, or if you were there last night and we have not talked to you. We've been talking to multiple people. Again, we've had an outpouring of support from multiple agencies. Some 60 to 80 officers were here last night helping us, and we have still a lot of folks here that are continuing with this investigation.
So that's what I promised you I would share with you. Oh, where are we here? And there's nothing else. Again, folks, I think it's going to take days for them to fully find out. Here we go. Okay. Find all the people who were left in the burning church. That's going to take some time. Okay. Woo. You know how they are when they're doing an investigation. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. Thank you so much. Our veterans need more help than what they're getting. Tina, yes. They really do. Sherry Overton. We have a group of dads that are armed and patrol our schools here. All volunteers. Wow, Cher. Okay. Okay. Jeremiah. Using my father has PTSD since Vietnam. Okay, Jeremiah. Friend of mine was in Iraq and Afghanistan. He came back a different man. Yeah, I've heard that. And most of you know I'm here at Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base. So a lot of what we're saying, you know, the PTSD, some of our, veterans who come back, they do have it, you know. And what else was I going to show you? Well, I may as well go ahead and see if there's anything else. If not, we'll get off. YouTube is censoring me to the point I want to check my phone. Maga, what are they doing to you? What is wrong? Okay. Okay, I don't see anything. CNN is live. Oh my God. See what CNN is saying about what happened. I don't think they. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's anything new because we just heard. Okay. Oh, Maga. Got it, Maga. Yes. Oh my goodness. Gotcha. Oh, I didn't realize it. Okay, yeah, Maga, you know what to do if they're stopping you. I guess I can show you one more thing before we go. You know, I think it was Antifa firebombed Ice Cube's tour bus. Well, thank God he wasn't killed. But Trump declared them a terroristic organization. I mean, that bus looks horrible. So I'll show you that and then we'll get out of here. Wow. That's some scary. That bus was, woo. Thank God everyone, got out okay. Okay, hit that like button for me, please, folks. All right, I found, let me see, Fox 45. Are all of you familiar with this? All right, I'll bring it up. This is crazy. Well, at least now, since they've been declared a terroristic organization, they will be handled properly. All right, I have it, folks. I'll show that to you. And then we'll get out of here. Go get ready for work tomorrow. All right, here we go. So they thought that it was an ICE vehicle. But again, yes, they are, Tina. Again, they thought, and they were wrong, and they could have killed people. That bus was totally destroyed. Can everyone see that? That was that was scary. That bus was burned beyond recognition. Okay, Marga. Yeah, and Ice Cube has spoken about it, so on his Instagram. So let me show you. Yeah, that bus, I was like, oh my God. Let me show you see if I can show you a better picture. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad no one was killed or injured. And then if you go on Yahoo, they're saying, oh, there's no evidence Antifa firebombed Ice Cube's bus. So we'll see. Let me show you some images. If I can find a nice image where you can see the entire bus. Well, I can't find a picture that can show you the entire. Yes, Tina, they are. Yes, Maga. But since Trump has declared them a terrorist organization, they'll be handled now. So let them continue their little games. They will be dealt with. Better believe it. I wanted to show you. Okay, I'm still looking. All right. I don't know, with everything happening. Uh-oh. Let me see. He may have a picture of it on his Instagram. I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow or what, the way things are happening. I don't know. CJ, where have you been, love? CJ, there are casualties. 2 dead, including and 3 if you include the attacker. The shooter is deceased, CJ. But the sad part is they have to go into the church, and there was a massive fire. Pretty much the entire church has been destroyed. Spy be Spy, I teach food, honors food science, agri-science applications, animal science 1 and animal science 2. And I have taught horticulture 1 and 2, honors biotechnology 1 and 2. And my courses that I teach are CTE, which is career and technical education. But since you are, most of you are Generation Xers and some of you are baby boomers, when we were in school, they were just called vocational classes, right? Same thing. You know how they changed the name. Let me go to Ice Cube's Twitter page. I'm sure he has the full picture on his Twitter. All right, let me see. Okay, maybe not. Let me see. I don't see it, folks. Don't see it. Oh, well, I thought for sure it would be there. Okay. All right. Anyway, I showed you the short video. And that's all we have. Mississippi State Valley Dogs, Spy be Spy. My father was serving in the U.S. Army, 25th Infantry between 69 and 72. Oh my God, that was a bad time, Jeremiah. Oh, and the military was treated badly, and they were just so disrespected. It was awful. Jackalow, biological engineering. Yeah, that was part of what I taught with the biotechnology 1 and 2. So, yeah. Right, Tina? And the leftist news outlets are saying, oh no, there's no proof that Antifa did that. That Oregon is in bad shape, folks. So we can get off of here because I went live earlier. So I came back on because of the news conference, but just a quick recap. CJ, it's going to take some time before we know the full death toll. That was a large facility, and there were some people who were trapped in there due to the fire that the suspect, who is deceased, started. And they're thinking that, they found IEDs, so they don't know if he had bombs. But what did he do to get that church to burn like that is my question. Spy be Spy. Okay. Okay. All right, Spy be Spy. Oh, you're 76. Oh, wow. Okay. Home economics. Yeah. Back in the day, now they call it family consumer science. That's what they call it. But back in the day, it was called home economics. You're right. If there's a class you're not sure what it's called today, type it in the comment section. I'll tell you. They changed the names, but it's the same course. You know how they feel they have to update. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but oh well. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's all I think I have for you. I was trying to find out what happened. And I told you earlier, for those that were here earlier, Eric Adams is no longer campaigning as New York mayor. He withdrew today. All right. Okay. And there's nothing. And I tell you, there's something going on in Texas. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So that's all I have for you. And like I said, I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. It just depends on, what's going on. With everything that's going on, it's just, oh, spy be spy. I know. With everything that's going on, I know I did a video on her, Sherry Yelverton. All these crooks are going down. We need urgency. We need to be cognizant. We need to be observant so that we can possibly prevent becoming a victim to violence. You're not shy. You get around. You want to fly. You want your feet on the ground. You stay up. You won't come down. You want to live. You want to move to the sound. Got fire in your veins, burning hot, but you don't feel the pain. Your desire is insane. You can't stop until you do it again. You say it's urgent, so urgent. Wait and see how urgent our love will be. It's urgent, urgent. All right, we're done. Where's Tijuana Border Jumper? Hit that like button, folks, before we go. Thank you. Tijuana Border Jumper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Greg, good evening. Stay faithful, believe God has you. And yeah, Jeremiah, that's all we can do. When the devil is yes, Maga. You know I love Foreigner. And that's all we can do. That's why before each live stream is over, I tell you, and I mean it, if you're out in public, spy v spy, I'm glad you found me too. CJ Parks, I have Foreigner on my playlist. Thank you. I want to know what love is. Jukebox hero, stars in his eye. Don't get me started. I love Foreigner. What are you talking about? Shoot. CJ said, I don't know. CJ said, I don't know anything about Foreigner. I head games. Close your eyes with that double vision. You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. I'm hot-blooded. Check it and see. Got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, can you do more than dance? Hot-blooded, hot-blooded. I want to know what love. Yes, that's my favorite Foreigner song. Tijuana Border Jumper. Hey, I had to sing all those Foreigner songs because CJ Parks called me out and told me I did not know anything about Foreigner. How you doing, Celestial Sky? Another shooter in PA. I grew up in Pennsylvania. What? Where? Just now? You have that, CJ. Okay, Tijuana. My girls, I'll try to get one in this week. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Woo! I've been waiting for a boy like you to come into my life. Celestial, I love Foreigner now. What happened to CJ? Let me see. Was there a shooting? Someone said there was a shooting in PA. Let me check it. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to get off of here. It's too freaking depressing. Oh, I did that happened. You talking about the one from last week? Yeah, I did a video on that already, Celestial. Yeah. All right, my girls. I can do that. That's one that of all the foreigner songs. Oh boy, and it's probably that and the one yeah. I want to know what love is probably my favorite. That one and Jukebox Hero. Yeah. All right, we're done. Yeah, Jagalo, he is deceased. CJ, I'm here. You do know I was kidding with you. Oh, yeah, CJ. Make me feel young again. I love it. Esteban, bless you, dear. CJ, we have a good time. You know that, love. We do have a good time. And that's the way I always thought it should be. And you know I had to end it with some Carly Simon. Jagalo, I think it's just so much good versus evil. It's just, it makes no sense. These church shootings, school shootings, church shootings. The devil is just too busy. Okay, Jeremiah. Nemo, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay. Nemo, they're all right, but I'm going back to the old classic. I said, I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. And you know, the Stones are the best. Come on. The Rolling Stones are the best ever. I'd love to go see them again, but the way these shootings are going, I'm afraid to go out in public. CJ, how old were you when Foreigner came out? I wasn't born yet. CJ, I'm only 25. Lies, yeah. It was a big deal yesterday about the president, sure. Oh, okay, Jeremiah. Yeah, we're done, folks. We are done. CJ, I'm only 25, love. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Jeremiah is 48. Jagalo, we learned to speak English in South America by learning the Beatles song. Oh, wow, Jagalo. The what? Sherry Alverton? I'm not. Oh, well, I'm talking about the Midnight Rambler. My girls is laughing. My girls, I'm 25. That's when my students ask, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Oh, Jagalo. Ronstadt. Oh my God. I love Linda Ronstadt songs. You know my favorite. I sing it every time we're talking about these Democrats. You're no good. You're no good. You're no good. Baby, you're no good. You know it. Those of you who were absent, if you need a laugh, I'm telling you, the video that we did, what's her face? Serena Williams. Serena Williams needs someone email her, contact her on social media. She needs a hobby. Walking down the hallway in a beautiful, luxurious hotel in New York, they had some cotton decor. She walks over. I just dropped the link. So Jagalo, CJ Parks, Jason, check out the video we did on Serena Williams. She took the cotton. No one told her, I did not, CJ. No one told her to literally pick the cotton. She's being clowned all over social media, and we clowned her the entire video. Good evening, Greg. Just check to see if I'm live tomorrow or Tuesday, love. Oh, Nemo, what did you do now? Serena has a statue in her living room with cotton as a centerpiece. Jagalo. She was like, oh, this doesn't feel great. And she, I don't know. Why did she go pick the cotton? Muscle memory? What the heck? She needs something to do. Nemo, a mind that is woke is a terrible. Oh, yeah. It is, Nemo. It is. CJ, she has, her net worth is between $300 and $350 million. I don't want to hear her complaining about anything. CJ, you need to check that video. We laughed the entire time. She's being clowned all over social media. Black people, white people, everyone is clowning her like, girl, find something to do. Oh my God. So anyway, I dropped the link, CJ. If you need a laugh, Jagalo, if you need a laugh, Esteban, check it out. It is hilarious. And I did a short on it too. If you go to my shorts, I did a video on that too. Oh, Jagalo, I did see that on yes. So why was she freaking out in the hotel? And I was looking at some more videos. She wants it removed. Who the heck does she think she is? Spy v Spy. All right, good. The donkey statue with cotton. And then she got offended. Then she literally picks the cotton. Virtual signaling. Boom. Exactly. Nemo. $300 to $350 million. I don't want to hear her complain about anything. Cotton Diva, Jason. Woo! Yeah, she is. She's taking those shots. She said she gained weight after her second child or some crap. I don't know. So maybe it's going to her brain because why would you do that? She's being clowned. It went viral. She's being clowned all over social media. So that's all I have. I'll talk to you in the comment section, I guess, as long as you're there. Jeremiah, she better stop wearing and playing sports with cotton. Exactly. And she touched it. She's like, ugh. Like she just couldn't stand to touch it. Like, what is wrong with you? Find a hobby or something to do. Hilarious. So if you want to laugh, CJ, look at the video I did on Serena calling cotton racist. Oh, Jagalo, check it out. It's hilarious. I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section. I had fun with you all. And if depending on what happens, I may be live tomorrow or Tuesday. It just depends on what's going on with the news. I love you and be safe. Watch your surroundings. Be observant. You don't know if someone's going to pull up and do whatever. CJ, she did something. All right, I'm coming to talk to you in the comment section. Remember, if you see hype this video, click hype. YouTube will share the video with more people. Also, hit the like button, hit the share button, leave comments once the video is actually ended. That helps to trigger the logarithm as well. I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section.